and welcome back to my book channel. I haven't done a video on a book in a really long time, and I've just been in the mood to start up making videos on books again, so that's what I'm here to do today. And one of the books I read this month is called The Bear. It's by Claire Cameron, and this is a fiction book. It's very short, as you can see, it's very thin, and it's about two children that are camping with their parents, and their parents get attacked by a bear, hence the title, and the children kind of have to survive on their own. And it's narrated by the oldest of the children, which is a girl, but she's only 5 years old, and I think her little brother is about 2 years old. You can see them here on the cover. And so it is a child narrator, so if that's not kind of the book you like, or you feel like it's really hard to do children in books really well, then maybe it's not going to be a book for you. I usually don't really like a lot of children narrators because for those reasons. I feel like it is hard to do it really well and to make it realistic and to make it easy to read. One of the books that comes to mind is Room by Emma Donoghue, and I just couldn't read that book. I had to put it down because I just could not get into the language that the child used. And I mean, that's a different situation because that child grew up, in the room. I hope that's not a spoiler for anyone, but it wasn't really real language, I didn't feel. So it was really hard for me to read. But I wouldn't have really picked this book up except for I heard about it on Books on the Nightstand, which is a book podcast, and it was mentioned as an audiobook, and that the narration was done really well, and the woman who reads the book did a good job, and I was going on vacation with my boyfriend and wanted some audiobooks. So I made up a list, and then we kind of went through and decided on a couple to listen to. And we were going to Colorado and going to be in the, Rocky Mountain National Park and things like that. So we're like, ooh, this sounds perfect. Like, it'll be kind of set the mood for the book. And actually, I don't think I really recommend reading about a bear attack while you're out in a national park where there are bears. Because I did find myself like looking everywhere, like, ooh, what if a bear came? Ooh, what would I do? Oh, this, oh, that. So, and then we stopped listening to it, and then I actually got the book. This is from the library, and just read the rest of it because we didn't finish listening to the whole thing on audio. So I did want to finish it. I did want to find out what happened, and I did enjoy it. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say like I loved it or that it really drew me in any way. I don't really know who the book would appeal to, maybe just people who find the story interesting or the unique concept or something like that. It wasn't anything amazing to me. I did find certain aspects of it really fascinating, like this might be kind of a spoiler, but yeah, if you haven't read the entire book, there is a part where just the things that go through the girl's mind as she's telling the story, and this is a spoiler, but at the end, I think someone comes and is talking to her. It's like a social worker or something, and they want her to like draw a picture because they want to know like what did she see? Is she traumatized because she witnessed this, or did she witness it? And she's like doesn't really understand what they want her to do, and she is drawing a picture, and she picks up a red crayon, and like so I think something like somebody nodded at her like, yeah, it's okay if you want to draw, like they think she's going to draw blood, so she starts drawing red, and she just doesn't know what's going on. And it just made me really think about what goes through kids' minds, and how adults don't always really interpret that maybe accurately. And then also how she said, my life is different now, and and it's like a dream, and in dreams you can't speak, and so she's not speaking for some time because she just, I guess, doesn't realize that she can speak, and everyone thinks like, oh, she's so traumatized, that she's just not speaking, but is that really the reason, or is she just, confused, or, what? So it's really interesting how things affect kids and how they react, and then how maybe adults interpret those reactions to be. So I did find that really interesting, and they didn't really touch too much on how this affected her. It was just more like what happens to children when they are on their own. What do they do? How do they survive? And things like that. So it was kind of interesting. So if that sounds appealing to you, then sure, give it a chance. Pick it up, read it. You could try it on audio as well, just maybe not while you're out, camping or something like that. And if you have read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you liked about it or didn't like. And yeah, that's about it for the book. So that's it for now. I'm going to have some other videos coming up on future books and books that I've already read to be discussing. So go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for more bookish videos. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. Bye.